Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A.1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, "I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen." Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some very serious and honestly pretty concerning news coming straight out of Congress. A member of Congress from Georgia has raised a motion that could seriously alter the trajectory of Representative Ilhan Omar's political career. We're talking about a censure resolution that's fired up heated debates and, honestly, raised some big questions about loyalty and patriotism. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our latest updates. Let's dive in.
They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia. Whereas Representative Omar continued, "For as long as I am in U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system." Whereas George Washington warned in his farewell address of 1796 to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, and further declared citizens by birth or choice of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. Whereas these statements by Representative Omar clearly violate the oath she took as an elected member of Congress to defend and protect the United States Constitution. Whereas Representative Omar has exhibited the treasonous tendencies George Washington warned about, and her actions must be condemned by all members of Congress who adhere to the oath they took upon assuming office. And whereas by openly admitting her efforts to advance Somalia's interest using her position as a United States representative, Representative Omar has revealed herself to be a foreign agent acting on behalf of a foreign government. Now therefore be it resolved that Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker, and Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee of the Budget and the Committee on Education and the Workforce.
So here's the deal. A member of Congress from Georgia recently requested recognition to raise a question of privileges regarding Representative Ilhan Omar. Now, why is this such a big deal? The resolution that was just introduced aims to censure Omar for her actions and statements, especially those that are said to violate her oath of allegiance to the United States. Now, every single member of Congress swears an oath to defend and protect the U.S. Constitution. No exceptions. But the allegations here, they aren't small. Georgia claims that Omar has gone way outside the boundaries of that oath. Let's break down what happened. In January 2024, during an event in Minneapolis, Representative Ilhan Omar made some really bold statements. And honestly, when I read about it, I had to do a double take. She reportedly said that the U.S. government would only do what Somalians in the U.S. wanted. Yeah, you heard that right. According to Omar, the U.S. will follow the wishes of Somalians in America and no one else. She also assured Somalians that as long as she's in Congress, Somalia's interests will be protected, specifically saying that Somalia's waters won't be stolen by Ethiopia or anyone else. These comments, as you might guess, did not sit well with a lot of people. Critics argue this is a direct conflict with her duty to put American interests first. Now let's take a quick step back, way back, to 1796. George Washington in his farewell address warned about what he called the impostures of pretended patriotism. He cautioned citizens, whether by birth or choice, to never put foreign allegiances above our national duty. That's a warning that really hits home right now. When Omar makes statements like these, many say she's turning her back on that very principle. It's one thing to represent your community, it's another to elevate the interests of a foreign nation above those of your own country. That's the core criticism here. So, what's really at the heart of this resolution? It says Omar's comments violate her oath of office. That's a huge accusation. Every member of Congress takes an oath to support and defend the Constitution. Advocating for a foreign country's interests, while sitting in the U.S. government, naturally raises some serious questions about loyalty. Is this what we want in our government? Do we want reps who are more loyal to other nations than the country they're supposed to serve? That's what this censure resolution is really digging into. And it doesn't stop there. The resolution's calling for Ilhan Omar to be censured. That would mean she stands on the House floor and accepts the censure publicly. But it also calls for her to be removed from two key committees, the House Committee on the Budget and Education and the Workforce. Now, if you follow Congress, you know committee assignments are a big deal. It's where the real legislative work gets done. Removing her from these would send a clear message about accountability. So, what's the bottom line? This isn't just about controversial remarks. It's about loyalty to the United States and making sure elected officials put American interests first. It's about holding them accountable if they forget the oath they took. What do you think? Should Ilhan Omar be censured for her actions, or are her remarks being blown way out of proportion? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more updates on this developing story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.